better. Don't make me have to search you again.
Yep, I'm gonna have to.
Why does it do this? No, I don't want to go live.
0 people on.
Look at that picture. Yes.
Leave a comment.
Yo. Why won't it let me? Alright, we'll wait for people to get on and then we'll... What do you want? We should tell hunting,
Yeah, we can.
like, experiences we've had. Oh, mine's paused now. Once we get, like, 5 people on, we're gonna start telling, like, hunting stories, and then if you want a shout-out, just say you want a shout-out, and we'll give you guys a shout-out. Mm-hmm. Or we'll give you guys one. I just said shout-out 3 times in one sentence. Jumped in the snow earlier, but...
Had to delete that video. Because it would never end the
Technical
live.
difficulties.
Yeah. No, back down to 1.
I was going to just go grab my phone, but it's sitting right here. We got 2.5 minutes down.
Yeah, leave a comment if you guys are on. Yeah, no.
Is that better?
Yeah, that'll work.
What if we put it up?
Put it this way? It might work.
Put it up in here. Like that.
Yeah, that would work. Yeah.
There, that's more bright. Go check the fire again.
Right?
Average fire check.
I'm going to lose a finger with this mouse trap.
Just one?
Maybe more. Oh, 2 people on. Leave a comment when you guys are on so I know who's on.
Thank you for the support.
Thank you guys for the support.
You got 2 people on?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, leave a comment. Please. Leave a like. Tanner Millard, yo, what's up? Oh my. Hey, someone listened up.
Yeah, right?
Someone got on my story and was like, hey, I'll go help them.
Yeah, go watch. See what we can get into tonight.
Yeah, we're going to be telling some hunting stories. Shout outs if you want one. Yeah, you left.
Yeah. Also,
back up to 2.
Back to 2.
Leave a like.
Leave a comment if you're new.
Trying to get at least 5 people until we start telling stories, because if no one's on, then it doesn't really...
There's no
pay, because then we're just repeat ourselves.
Yeah, we're just talking to ourselves.
That's no fun.
Yeah, no.
8:30? What? 8:36.
Not bad.
No? Tanner, are you still on? I wonder who the other person is. Because it went to 1 and then it went back up to 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's still on.
True supporter.
Yeah. Even when nothing's going on, he sticks with us.
Yeah. Wait, I just want like 3 more people on. We'll start telling stories. I got a lot of stories to tell.
I have a good amount. Ish.
Tanner, don't forget to leave a like.
Yeah.
Please.
Please and thank you. We need it.
Just sitting in the middle of a cabin, in the middle of the woods.
Yeah.
With no service.
Yeah. Great.
Perfect for YouTube live streams.
Yeah. At least we have a wheeler if anything goes down.
Did we ever go down with it?
It's like, grab all the camera gear.
We need the wheeler to get out of here.
No, that's number 1 priority. We're going to move that over there. And then we try to get everything else out.
Or I just dump... Why Why did it just glitch if
I
you didn't
don't
even get a... How do you like English? Oh, so when you're in the comments, just hit the X, and then you can like it.
Yeah, if you're in the live chat.
Yeah, if you're
just
in the
hit that.
chat, just hit the X in the top right. There. You figured it out.
There you go. Oh,
What if-
and now down to 1. I'm guessing it's just YouTube being glitchy.
Yeah. Tanner, if you're still on, what are you doing? What's up? Then you gotta wait for a comment.
Yeah.
Until you start talking, and then it gets quiet, and you're like, well, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, it sucks when not many people are on because you say something and it's like,
And the comments aren't flying through, and you can't do anything with it.
Oh, another one just decided to play. Oh, Netflix.
I think YouTube kicked me off.
I don't know, probably. Who knows? It's YouTube.
Nope, now it's back up to 2. What is up this thing?
Yeah, if there's anyone new out there, leave a comment.
The candle. Sorry, guys, I don't know what happened. Oh, you did do 3 today. You did the quick one, explaining that it got deleted. I forgot about that one.
Yeah, I did like 3 or 4.
Tanner, send this to people. Get some more people on.
Yeah, I put it on Instagram, but no one cares about me on there, so.
No,
I'm a very lonely person, so.
Put it on my average likes for a photo is like 80, and when I post something about YouTube, I get like 40.
Your average likes? Yeah, I'm lucky to get 10.
Like, that's nice. I've had 87 profile visits in the last 28 days.
Yeah, I have no clue.
But I had that guy posted
Yeah.
a picture of my turkey, and he had 17,000 followers.
Yeah. Yeah, so if there's anyone new, which appears not.
Oh, we're up to 3.
Oh, 3.
Who's the third person? Comment before you get off,
Yeah.
so we know who you are. And if you want a shout out, we can give you a shout out. Oh, or not. Or unless YouTube's being glitchy.
Yeah, I'm just guessing it's YouTube and the YouTube videos had a hard time playing.
Yeah, now it's back up to 3. Yeah, mine's not playing. But then again, I don't have, like, service here either.
Yeah.
Oh, 65%.
I don't know.
Can you check?
67.
Hey, leave a comment if you're still on. Or if you just showed up, leave a comment.
I think it's just YouTube because it keeps popping in and out.
I want a chair. I need to take this jack off.
I mean, you are in Hayden building.
I'm about to open the window again. Last time that happened, it got like 20 degrees in here.
Yeah, no.
So probably don't do that.
Yeah, if you're new, leave a comment so I know who's on.
And we can get the chair and we'll shout out.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Oh, now it says we're at 1. I think it's YouTube being glitchy.
Thanks, guys.
Oh,
Like the area?
I don't know, it's just hot.
Where's my water?
Mine's right here.
Hey, I'm going to bed.
Oh, you are?
Wake me up when you hit 20.
Oh, we're at 2.
Do a 4-hour live stream.
Well, I mean, we don't really have anything else to do.
Yeah, but I'm not doing a live stream until 1 in the morning.
Wow.
Tanner, is that still you?
Yeah, are you the only one on here right now? Except for you?
Look at him. 8:35, 8:36, 8:37, 8:38. True supporter. I'm going to go off quick. Ready?
Yeah.
I know I am. Oh.
Yeah, if you guys got any questions, or go share this to other people so we can get more in here. It's going to be a long live stream if there's only two people in here.
My name is Walker Davies.
on live. People think, what?
I want to know who's on. Unless YouTube's glitching again.
Well, I mean, we don't really have very good service.
You want a carrot?
Yeah, sure. Okay. Try not to blind anyone. Just looking out in the woods.
Hey, grab your chair.
I'm looking for
I
creatures.
can't get through.
Oh,
Hey!
your phone just went. Hold on.
Hey! I'm stranded.
I don't know how well a chair is gonna work.
You just angle your phone down. Oh, but then we won't be in the sun.
The sunlight,
We
yeah.
won't be in the sunlight.
Yeah, there's a lot of sunlight around here.
It says there's 2 people watching.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it kind of works.
Why did my phone buzz? Oh, Mom. Hey, Mom.
Right there, I tried.
Well, that won't work.
Yeah, see, look. It's kind of working.
Still 2 people around.
Yeah.
Farm all.
It's-
Do. Oh, never mind. I was rereading a comment that was already.
Alright, yeah, if anybody knows anybody else jump on the live stream, let us know.
We were going good
You
earlier.
can scooch over a little bit so you're in camera view.
Hold on. I'm gonna just flip my chair.
There.
Why isn't your dad or your mama?
I don't know.
It's making me sad.
It is
Oh,
8
we're up to
o'clock.
3.
3. Who's
Guys,
the third
please,
person?
leave a
Leave
comment.
a comment.
If you're on, please leave a comment. And a like. That'd be wonderful.
Yes, I would.
Gladly appreciate it.
What's this? Drake. Oh no. Oh no.
What are you doing?
Oh.
Just angle your phone down more.
I'm trying. There. There you go. Alright, let's see how many people. 1 person it says is on.
3 likes.
3 likes, 1 person. Yeah, probably just YouTube.
You want to do 10 likes? Jump in the snowbank?
No, you know about that?
Put our hand on the fire.
Yeah, no,
That's also
pain.
dumb. You guys want me to
Another
play you
one.
some sick beats? Right,
Drake is on. What's up, Drake?
You guys want me to play some sick beats?
Yeah, you can't. Oh, well. Oh, 4 people on. Whoever's on and hasn't left a comment.
Yeah, if we get
left a comment or a thumbs up, let me know. Wow, there's a line now.
if we get 2 more people, we're gonna start telling hunting stories. If you guys are interested, or if you want a shout out, just let us know.
Or fishing stories or whatever
I am
you
in
guys
a
want.
line. Look at this. Look at my face. Oh.
Want me to scooch back?
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
It's me. See?
What ain't? Probably shouldn't sing that. Get
Yeah.
copyright. Probably shouldn't kick those. 3 people on, 3 likes.
Yeah, not too bad.
Not too shabby. 2 more people until we start talking more.
Yeah, right? I mean, we're still trying to talk some.
Well,
But
because
there's
then
not
it
much to
gets
talk
boring
about.
if you don't talk.
No one wants to sit and watch no one do anything, so.
But I feel bad because I want to talk
Yeah,
to people that get on, but I'm not gonna talk for no reason.
Yeah, for 3 people.
Because then if they leave or if new people join, then we
They're
have
in
to
the middle
repeat
of a
ourselves.
conversation.
And then it
I'm
leaves
hoping
the other
just for a
people.
jump to like 3 to 7.
Or 3 to 20 would be great.
Yeah, 3 to 20 would be crazy.
200 would be nice. I want to go live on mine, but not again. Maybe tomorrow morning.
Yeah, maybe
We
tomorrow morning.
should wake up early.
Yeah, we can wake up real early.
I'm gonna wake up before sunrise and put my GoPro out and try to get time lapse.
Yeah, you do that. Yeah, I'll do something too.
Film a video tomorrow.
Yeah.
I don't know what about. This saw here ain't cuts the trees.
We saw this boat.
Put it together with flex tape.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you get kicked off for saying things.
Yeah,
like
not
people say or
sponsored.
something. Yeah, unfortunately. I
Not
mean,
sponsored,
I've
Brandon.
never tried this stuff. Like, really try it.
I watched
I
AP
watched-
Bass
yeah.
once and it didn't work.
Yeah, I've watched him
It
do
came in it was like when you watch the commercial, it's like actual like big piece of duct tape.
Yeah.
And AP Bass went to go buy it, and it was just clear, like, masking tape that came in, like, little pieces.
Yeah.
Boat filled up real quick.
4 people are on.
Guys, one more.
Leave
One more, and we'll...
Leave a comment and hit the thumbs up button so we know who's on and show us some support. If you guys
we're up
want.
to 4 likes. Thank
Wow.
you so much for the support, guys.
Yeah, whoever is on, leave a comment.
Please.
We know of 2 people that are on. Well, we know of 3.
We're gonna start talking more if we hit one more person that gets on, and we'll start talking more.
Yeah, then we're actually gonna
Because we
go
don't
on
have
with the video.
we don't have much to talk about right now.
Yeah, and we don't want to be up all night waiting for 10 people to get on or anything. Oh, who's this?
Someone just said something.
Derek Burke.
Yo.
What's up?
One more person.
One more person.
I don't like my hat like this. Should I flip it back around?
I don't know, but you said that line on your face now.
Fine.
It's my face.
We're up to 5. Okay.
Up to 5.
Oh, we went down.
5 to 4.
I was gonna say, you wanna go first?
If there is 5 people on here, leave a comment so we know you're on.
Yeah, YouTube's being glitchy right now.
And the
saying
service is terrible here anyways, so.
Look at on my screen. You can't see anything.
Well, watch.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, you have to put that
There
away.
we go. Oh, we're up to 5.
5.
All right.
Yeah, you can go first.
No, you go first.
Alright.
It's your live.
What do you... Oh, no, we got comments.
Oh,
Go back. I don't know how.
we don't need to be looking at us anyway. We're fine.
No,
There we
we
go.
know what we look like.
No, we didn't get any new comments.
No.
Guys, leave a like if you're new.
What do you guys want us to talk about?
You want a fishing story, a hunting story, a trapping story, a trap shooting story, anything to do with the outdoors? What kind of
Yeah.
story do you want? We're down.
Pretty much have one for all of them.
Hunting. Tanner wants to hear a hunting story. All right.
You going first?
No, you're going first.
Alright. Oh, I need to think of one.
I gotta think one too. That's why I didn't.
I don't
wanna
have
go
many
first.
hunting stories. I have a few, but
Wait, is this what you want? You want it to be like a cool hunting story, or
not caring.
or
wanna
just like
hear
a
us talk.
hunting story, like if we shot something, or got a couple scary ones, freaky ones.
Yeah, I have one I can think of.
Does a bear? I don't. Tanner doesn't care. Okay, you go
Don't
first.
care.
Just any.
Alright, well, when I was younger, I was hunting with my dad. So we were hunting, and I had a pair of binoculars, and I was sitting there. And over on a log, I thought I seen, it looked like there was a bird in a crotch of a tree. And it was sketching me out the whole time. So I keep looking at it. I'm like, man, that thing looks alive. And every once in a while, I think it moved. Well, when we got done hunting, we decided to walk over there, and it was a tree.
That's
Log.
great.
Yeah, I don't have many great stories. I can't think of them.
Wait, so it's a tree log?
It was a log that fell between 2 crotches of stick that looked like an animal.
Oh, so like the end shape, like
Yeah,
that was
it's
sticking
shaped
out of
like
the crotch was.
Yeah, it's
it
shaped
looked like
like an animal. It's weird. What did he say?
Drake said the carp fishing story.
What one? The big one I lost at the river, or which one? The one that I went. Which one? The big one, or the one where I had to go swimming? Which one? Because I can tell either one. Though I have a lot of fishing stories. Hunting stories.
I'm still trying to think of a hunting story I could tell.
I got a trapping story. I just thought of.
Why did your dad say Copenhagen?
Yeah, in Copenhagen. Yeah, that's where we were.
Oh. When you had to
Well, I had
swim.
to swim. All right. Okay, so we were carp fishing, and my brother we had pike rods in and stuff. So my brother went to catch some more bait. So I was sitting there. The rod was fine. No bites have happened. I look over, said one word to him. I hear. I look down. The crotch stick we used for fishing snapped in half. The rod was going down the bank, About the time I realized the pole was going in the water, the pole hit the water, so I went running, jumped into the river, luckily grabbed the pole, and started fighting it, bringing it out, and then it popped off. So I'm glad I didn't have. That's why now when I go fishing, I never have my phone in my pocket, because if I would have had my phone, it would have been toast. Because I went like chest deep.
What if it would have stayed on? It would have just pulled you down the river.
No,
But you would have let go.
I wouldn't let go of that pole. I would have realized that I was getting dragged, and I would loosen the drag so it would take it easier, and I could swim back to shore. But it was only like 10 feet off the bank where I had to jump.
Oh.
So luckily I got the pole, so now I'm still good with never losing a pole to a fish. You got any stories?
About what?
Anything? Hunting, fishing?
I have a couple. I'm trying to think of one. I had some and then I just lost them all, so I'm trying to think.
Yeah, we got 6 people on. Whoever's new, leave a comment so we can give you a shout out and hit the thumbs up button for us.
Does it just have to be a normal story?
Yeah, I can do whatever.
Alright, so one time I was turkey hunting it was me and my grandpa, and we sat up. There was this field and there was woods all the way around it, and where we sat there was like a little horseshoe, and there was woods on one side and then woods on the other, and the woods came like around the whole field. So we're sitting on one side of the woods, and I told you this one today, and so there's a turkey that's gobbling to us, so I'm calling in, and he comes in on the other side of the woods, and then he comes out into the field, but then he goes back into the woods, so I didn't see him. And I turn around, I heard something walking behind me. I thought it was him. 7 people? Yeah, that's good. We're doing good. So, what was I saying? Yeah, there was something walking behind me, so I turned around thinking it was a turkey, so I had my gun, and I was turning around, and there was a red fox that came walking in right behind me. It was like 10 yards away, so I stood up, and I go, hey, get out of here. Takes off, and yeah, that was pretty much the end of my day. It was a school day, so I had to leave by like 7 to get back and get showered again and get up and go to school, I guess. And yeah, I don't know. I have some more stories.
Yeah, Derek, if you go up to the right-hand corner of the live chat, there's an X. Click that, and then we'll be on the bottom. We're sitting in chairs right now, so.
Yeah, well, you can barely see us.
Yeah, it's because the live chat's up. You can't see us up there.
Yeah. All right, so I have another hunting story.
That one.
I told you this one today too. Oh wait, what was that? Lower your camera. I can't see you while the chat is up. Well, unless we stand up.
Yeah, we'll just stand up.
We can stand up.
For a little while, at least. There. Move the chairs back.
Still can't see me on there.
You can.
There we are. We're a little bit delayed. All right. So, me and my brother were going to deer hunt, and we're sitting up. We have this field, and then we have a tree stand, but it's like a tree house, and it's probably like 8 foot off the ground, and it's like leaned up against this tree, and it's got legs, and normal tree stand. And I go to climb up it, and it's like leaning off the tree, so I'm like, I don't really trust this. So I get down, and my brother goes, oh, I'll go up there. So he goes up there, and he gets in there, and the tree stand's starting to lean back like this. So, yes, like that. So I catch it, and then he gets down, and he holds it for me, and I call my grandpa, because he's sitting like down further in the field, and I tell him to come up, because the tree stand's about to fall over. So he gets up there, and as soon as he gets up there, my brother lets go of the tree stand, and it falls right over, and it was like ruined. You can't sit in it now. It was on the side of a hill, and it's like falling down this ditch, so I'm like, I don't know where to sit now. So we ended up just sitting on a rock, but we didn't see anything.
Step forward a little bit. No one can see your face.
Right there?
No one can see your face because my glare off me. Alright. Yeah. Alright.
Do you have any more stories? Oh, and then you lean so they can't see my face.
Hey, I'm trying to read the comments, okay? I have a trapping story if anyone wants to hear that. Yeah, you can go check the Fireball Wait for a comment.
Maybe.
Yeah, if anybody wants to hear a trapping story, leave it down in the comments.
Oh yeah, we're cooking.
5 people on, 4 thumbs up.
Hot. I need a light when I go over to check it. I can barely see.
You need either step forward because it's a glare again.
No, it's fine though. They can still see me. Oh. Yes.
Alright. So we were down checking traps like every day. So we were going down there, we checked some muskrat mink ones, and we get out of the truck and we hear something. We thought it was an animal yelling because foxes will sound like a girl screaming. So it sounded like someone was screaming help, but we thought maybe we got an animal or something. So we checked the traps, nothing much about it. We get in the truck, we drive up the hill, and we get to the top of the hill, and a beagle comes walking out of one of the trails. So we're thinking, oh God, someone got in the trap or something. So we walked down there, and this lady was laying on top of this dog because its foot got caught in a trap. Like it was set for coyote or something. It wasn't our trap, it was someone else's. So just like a coyote or anything else did, it walked over to it, foot got caught in the trap, and she didn't know nothing about traps, so she was flipping out. So we got the dog out, and then she started flipping out like thought his foot was broken, but most foothold traps aren't made to break the animal's foot. It's made just to hold them there. So the dog, after it got out, it was jumping around and it was fine. So that was one of my trapping stories that was kind of ironic.
I didn't like where that was going in the beginning. I thought someone got stuck in a trap.
No, the dog was perfectly fine.
They'll be fine. It just when they step in the trap, it'll like scare them.
Yeah.
That's why when you catch it by like a toe.
Well, the thing is, I think the dog was fine. I think just her flipping out, not knowing what the trap does, had the dog scared too. Alright, there's the trapping one. How do you think of another one?
I don't have any fishing ones.
I have another. Alright, this is kind of like another fishing one. So, we were carp fishing again on a steep bank this time. It was like a 5-foot drop. So we were sitting there. It was me, my dad, my mom, and my brother and sister. We were sitting there. And all of a sudden, one of the rods go over the bank. So my dad jumps head first down it, grabs the rod, and luckily he grabbed it in time before it went in the river. So I think we caught that one. We were able to fight it back. We almost ran out of line though. It was like have like 2 more turns and we were going to be out of line. So yeah, we almost lost 2 carp rods. Yeah. Back to the trapping one. Yeah, my dad stuck his hand in the foot trap to show the lady that didn't hurt the dog any. Because that's the kind of thing it's kind of best to do. Because some people don't know much about traps. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I like to do it like I was going to make a video of me putting my hand in a trap to show people. I probably will still make a video about that. But it's nice to show people that traps aren't made to hurt the animal. It's just made to hold them there so you can dispatch them humanely. You got any more stories before I go and tell another one? I have a lot of stories.
I can't think of it
now.
right
I'm thinking of them.
Not that I can think of right now.
I'll do another one.
I'll try to think about one.
So I was really young again. Of course, I was young. So I was hunting with my dad, and we were sitting on the ground because I didn't want to go up the tree stand or anything. So we were just sitting on the ground, just sitting there, waiting. And all of a sudden, 4 does come running in, like 5 foot from us, and stop. so I was trying not to move, and then they got scared and then they took off. So I was sitting there, and I don't know, about 5-6 yards from us, a mom black bear and 2 cubs came walking down the runway. So they came down through, looked at us, didn't really care, kept walking by, no big deal. And then I don't know, 10, 20 minutes after, another fawn comes running through because I'm guessing was looking for its mother. So yeah, I had a bear like 5 foot from me, but bears aren't scary. They aren't out to get you like most people think that bears are going to attack you when they see them.
Unless you make them feel like you're trying to danger them.
Yeah, but if you just stand there, they don't really care. Like
grizzly bears are different though. They're a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like
I've had bears close to me. They don't care. They're more scared of you than you should be of them. All right, you got any more? I'm sitting here trying to find some.
I have one. It's not really like
Be about anything.
amusing or anything, but I was turkey hunting with my cousin. We got 8 people in here. Guys, leave a like if you're new. Leave a comment so we know who you are. We're just telling stories right now. But okay, I was turkey hunting with my cousin, and we were back in a field, and we were just going back there. It was like 9. Turkey season up here is only open until noon. So we just went back there for a little bit just to see if there was any turkeys back there. And we get back there and we sit there for about a half hour. We're calling, nothing's answering. So I go to get my decoy, pick my decoy up, and I tell my cousin, I go, I'll try one more call. So I get my box call out because box calls are louder. So I like hit my box call together, and like 2 seconds later we hear a turkey gobbling. Where the field is, there's woods on the edge of it, and then it drops off, and like right in the bottom there's a turkey. So we quickly, like, we didn't have any time. The turkey was coming like right at us. So I went out and put my decoy in the ground. We just got off into the woods a little bit so he wouldn't see us and we weren't in a line with the decoy. And he comes in to the field, but at this point in the season I already shot a turkey and my cousin didn't shoot one. And the gun he had, it didn't have like not as good as a choke that mine did. And this turkey was like 45 yards away, so he didn't feel comfortable shooting it that far. So the turkey goes back into the woods, and I give him my shotgun, and I take his, and I just put his aside, and I'm just the caller now. And the turkey walked the whole woods around us, but it would never come out into the woods. And then it turned back around, and where we were sitting, there was a tree stand. I told my cousin to climb the tree stand quickly because I knew the turkey was like still in the woods. He wasn't moving. He wanted us to come to him because he thought we were a hen. So I told my cousin to go up in the tree stand. He's like, no, I don't want to go in there. I don't want to go in there. I'm like, all right, fine. And then the turkey ends up turning back around, and he doesn't answer us for like another 5 minutes. Then we call again. He's out in the, like, there's a field here, and then there's another field. He's out in that field behind us. So we turn around, we go out, but he's already following a hen. So he must have found a hen in the woods and thought it was us, I'm guessing, and he just went off with that one. But yeah, that's my story.
Yeah, I thought another turkey story. So I wake up at 4 in the morning to go to our turkey spot, a ways away. It's like an hour drive. So wake up 4 in the morning. We get there around 5:30ish. 5:30ish, 6ish. So we get there, and it's just getting late, and we call. We have a couple turkeys start coming in, but they would just leave. We had a couple in a field that came close, but there was a hen that got close. The hen was coming closer than the tom, so the hen, and then took off, and that made the tom run too. So I couldn't get a shot that day, so I thought pretty much it was like 10 o'clock when we were done at that spot. No, not 10. It was like 8, 9ish. So we made the hour track back. So I was thinking, we'll go up on another land and try it. So we went up there. I sat a little roadway that we have, and my dad went around. My dad was not far from me. He was watching me. So we were just sitting there hoping maybe the turkeys will walk through, because the turkeys will, like, up there on that land, there's like a way that they go. They go in a corner of a field and walk right through the woods and across that trail. So I was sitting there, and I'm sitting there not seeing nothing coming, and then all of a sudden I see something coming out. I seen turkey come out, step out with a beard. So I pull up and shoot it. It falls. So I run over there real quick to make sure it doesn't run away or flop around too much and ruin the feathers. So I run over there, and I get to the turkey. I look to my left, and there's two toms walking away. That shot, it sucked. So I had my dad's gun. Pulled the trigger. I don't know if I missed it or I barely, so it ran in the hole. I don't know, 3.5 inch.
I had those
at
ones.
10 yards.
Came behind us on the field to the right of us, but they were too far away, and we watched them go up into another field. So we were trying to go over there to like get ahead of them. But by the time we got over there, they were already in the woods. We didn't know where they went. So we were coming back to the truck, and there was a woodchuck sitting there probably like 60 yards away, and I had to shell. So I'm like, Grandpa, can I try this? He goes, yeah, sure. So I put my gun up, put my red dot on him, and I don't know what happened because I was aiming right at it. I'm thinking, oh, I might have hit it, but when I was sighting in my gun, I never tried 60 yards to see like what the pattern was, so I didn't know if I hit it or not. We went over there to where its hole was, and there was like 3 holes next to it, so we didn't know which one it was. We were looking at all of them. I had my phone flashlight out, and I was
Yeah, I have another fishing story. I was fishing with my grandpa. We were walleye fishing. So we were just anchored up and jigging with some night crawlers. And we were sitting there jigging. And all of a sudden I'm jigging and I bring it up and it's like it got hung up on a log. So I set the hook just to make sure, like I always do. So I set the hook and it just didn't move. So I'm like, I got a log. But I have like 30-pound spider wire on. And so I'm like, I'll just pull the log up. So I'm reeling, pull. And then all of a sudden the log just starts going this way. I thought maybe the log was just sinking that way. So I'm like, oh well. So I'm reeling. And then I hooked, so I knew I had a pike. So I'm reeling it in. And my grandpa goes, what's that in the water? I look over and there was a walleye. I'm guessing the pike bit the walleye. I don't know if I had the walleye hooked and the pike hit the walleye, or if the pike had the walleye and sucked in my hook as well. So the walleye disappeared, but we got the pike. It was like 35 inches. So that was a pretty fun day.
I watched a video like that one time. There was, I forgot what channel it was, but the guy was fishing off of like a hill. Like he was probably like 20 foot above the water. He's fishing, and he had, I don't know what he had on as a bait, but he had a walleye come up and eat the bait. So he's reeling it in, and he watches a pike come up behind it and eat it. So he's reeling in thinking he had the pike, but he reeled in the walleye, and the walleye had like bite marks all over it, and it was ripped to pieces. And he's like, wow, I want to catch that pike.
Yeah, there was another day we were carp fishing, but we seen some pike, but it wasn't pike season, so we were just catch and release. So we caught bait fish, tossed it out there, and, well, of course, I reeled down on one. I set the hook, and the line snapped right at the tip. I'm guessing one of the eyes, the casing on the outside got wore out, so it cut it when I set the hook. So I grabbed the line. Pretty stupid idea, because if it was a big pike, it probably would cut my hand to smithereens.
I have a video. I have a story.
So I grabbed it and pulled it in, but I never got the fish. So I'm like, well, that sucks. So I'm sitting there, and we get another bite. I set the hook, and I reel it in. It was a 36-inch northern pike. So we let that one go. The biggest pike I've caught. We let it go because it wasn't seasoned. So we were sitting there, and I see a muskrat go I see a muskrat going across the top. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. It's going. It goes under the surface, and all of a sudden I see the muskrat go like 4 feet to the left, sideways. Boom! And I seen a big pike had it in his mouth and hit it and just knocked it 4 feet. So I'm like, wow, that pike just ate a muskrat right in front of me. That was kind of cool. So I'm sitting there, and over to my left, I seen a splash. So I'm like, I went to check that out. So I went walking around, and I looked in this. There's like this hole from like their old bridge that must be they made a hole in. So I walk over there, and there was a muskrat in it. But as soon as I seen it, it went back in the water. So I don't know if that was the same muskrat or a different muskrat.
I was fishing with Hunter one time, and I casted. I had a Senko and I cast it into the lilies, and I was reeling in, and I felt a fish, or I felt a bass get my Senko, so I set the hook, and I had this bass on. I was reeling it in, but I got tangled in lilies, so it pulled me into it, and it was like wrapped around like a whole bunch of lilies. So I'm sitting there ripping the lilies out, and I couldn't do anything about it. I saw the bass swimming around, just keep tying itself around, so me being dumb, I grabbed my hook, or I grabbed my line, and I wrapped it around my finger, and I pulled, and I cut my finger in half, and I just started bleeding. I'm like, Hunter, what do I do here? So I put my pole in my kayak, and I'm pulling it out with my other hand. This hand's all blood. I'm trying to, like, pull the line out, and then Hunter comes over and just grabs the fish, and he's like, here you go. I'm like, why am I so dumb?
I got a lot of experience with lily pads, so it's helpful. I do a lot of bass fishing. There's going to be hopefully a lot of those videos.
You're using braid, so
yeah.
just cut through.
I like using 30-pound braid, but one video on his channel, I broke off a bunch of times. You didn't see it much, but I broke off a bunch of times. It was like 3-year-old line that I fish, like, if I cast it up in the tree, I'm not, like, gentle. I reel down and rip it out of it. So,
and you're supposed to switch your line,
yeah,
because it'll get worn out.
Yeah, so I kept snapping off. But when it's not old, it works so well. You get a bite. The fish could be around like 20 different stalks of lily pads. You just set the hook, and it just cuts right through them all, and you have the fish. It's awesome because you barely lose any of them because it's just so instant, and it can cut a lot of things.
Like the second time I went fishing with you, when we first put the kayaks in the water, we were going up along that shore.
Yeah.
To a right. He cast in. There was like it was like a baby largemouth, and he goes to set the hook, and he sets it, and he like rips his line right in half, and his line flies back and almost hit me because I'm like sitting right behind him. I'm like, Hunter, you gotta calm down a little bit on your set or your hook sets there. But
well, at the secret spot,
happened more than once.
Well, at the secret spot, there's some big bass in there, so I wanted to make sure.
Tell them the story about your big bass that wrapped you around.
Oh, that was it was a good day. We were catching fish, had a couple keepers.
Yeah, we kept like 3.
Yeah, it was a good day. So I'm sitting there, I cast in. I'm like, okay. I started getting a bite like normal. I set the hook, and I usually have my drag turned way up because I like to have it hook instantly. So I set the hook, and my drag started peeling out. I'm like, wow, not many fish can do that. So I'm finding it's going, and all of a sudden I feel like a little like pop or a let go. So I'm like, maybe just wrap me around a log, and I'm fighting him. And then it just stopped, and there was no fight left. Yeah, I think he went down there, wrapped me around a limb, popped off, and the hook went in the log, so I had to snap my line. I drifted like 20 to 30 feet, just
he was
so mad, like. But it was like right towards the end anyways, so it wasn't that big of a deal.
No, that's when we went around the left side, where we went all the way around. That was right in the beginning. It was like your third cast, and you're like, oh man, I don't know if I want to go any further.
I'm like,
Hunter,
it's going to be a great day. I knew it was going to be a great day.
We had like 3 keepers in those first casts.
Yeah, that day was really good, but then the wind picked up and stuff.
And then we left. I think, did it start raining that day?
I can't remember. But one time I was with one of my friends and my brother, boat, so we were out there fishing. We were not much biting, but it's really windy, and I decided not to bring an anchor. I don't know why. So So we're just floating around. Of course, I'm trying to paddle the boat, keep it in right there. Trying to keep the boat right there. My brother hooks onto a bass. I don't know, it's like a 3-4 pounder. So he was reeling that in. We netted it, so we got that fish, and then we caught maybe 2-3 other ones. It was a good day of fishing.
That's way too hot. I need one of those lights. I gotta put wood on. I can't see. Can I take one of these?
Yeah, you can take one. Yeah, I don't need it.
Is that good?
Yeah, that's fine, because I got this one.
I'll be that quick. I just gotta put some wood on.
Oh, yeah, the thunderstorm last year. That was... So there was rain and a storm on the news. We didn't think it was going to hit that bad. So we put the kayaks in at the lake, and we're going fishing. So it's me, my mom, my dad, and my brother. Well, my dad was smart and stayed around the boat ramp fishing. We really weren't that smart, so we kept going farther and farther away. So we went into this bay, and then we looked over, and you could literally see the wall of rain coming. And the wind started picking up, so it hit us. As soon as it hit, there's thunder and lightning, so we didn't want to get struck because we're in the water. So we went right to shore. We got out for a second. It started to die down. The rain started to die down. So we put the kayaks back in. I stayed behind a little bit to have them go out first. So I got in the kayak and I started going out, and my brother, the waves were spinning him around because there was like 3-foot waves. So my brother he hasn't really spent a ton of time in a kayak, but I have. So he needed to turn around to go. So I'm like, well, I can stay. I won't be able to flip as easy because I know how to work a kayak and stuff really good.
Oh.
So I pulled up like to the left of him, blocking the waves because they were like 3 foot. So they were hitting me and only gave him like foot high waves, trying to have it easy for him. So my mom and my brother got like 100 yards in front of me. So I'm paddling, and I can feel it getting harder and harder to paddle. Harder and harder, and it was probably, I was about 100 yards behind him. And in the back of the kayak, it has about a inch hole in it that there was a plug, but it fell out. So I felt the kayak getting lower and lower into the water, so I get my tackle box ready, I get my pole ready. I'm still paddling. I was waiting to go down, the kayak disappear under the water, but luckily I made it to shore. So I get to shore. There's about inches of water in my kayak of the waves and the rain coming in it. So I pull it out, I dump it out, and there was just a stream of water coming out of the kayak. I didn't know if I was making it back to shore that day.
Oh, I'm not laughing about your story. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, here's another story about the carp that got wrapped around a log. So we're carp fishing, and I do a lot of carp fishing.
You don't.
Yeah. So I cast it out, and I set the hook, and I cast it out, but I didn't set the hook yet. Yes, I cast it out, got the bite, I set the hook, and the fish went. I was fighting the fish, but it was around a log underneath the water. So I'm sitting there fighting it, and I look over, and here comes a big carp. It was the biggest carp I ever seen. Came swimming right in front of us. I don't know, 5 to 10 feet away, swimming right on through with you could see the sinkers on it. So I'm like, well, that's the fish. So it goes around. So I knew how big it was because I really wanted to get it. So I was fighting it on the log, hoping it would unwrap. Yeah, started trying to unwrap it. So that didn't work. So I didn't really know the depth of the water. So I had my brother. You know what? Yeah. So I handed my brother the rod. You can stop because this is a real story, okay? So you're getting real annoying. So I handed him the rod. So I handed him the rod, and I I left my shoes on because there's glass and stuff and nails. So I started getting in the water. I'm following the line. It gets about over my head, and I keep going. And then I go all the way down to the bottom as far as I can. It was like two of my... Really?
Here, use this as a rod.
It was like twice... Like, two of me on top of each other, how deep the water was. So I didn't feel like going down there and getting wrapped up and then drowning. So I just got out of the water just to be safe. And then we got in a boat and tried to go out there and try to get the carp out. You're gonna get smashed. So we went out there, but we couldn't get undone, so I had to snap the line anyways. You know what?
No, use it as a microphone.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it was like as tall as my brother, so it was pretty big carp. Biggest one I ever seen. Unfortunately, I didn't catch it.
This is Hunter in the Great Outdoors here talking.
You were fine all the way through, but now you're acting up.
What do you mean? We've been going for 53 minutes. What do you want me to do?
Well, I was kind of hoping you would have a couple stories. I've been telling them all.
I have.
You told 3.
Plus 1.
You got any other stories?
Yeah, so one time I was fishing the Great Atlantic on my $40,000 boat. Caught a shark, great white. It was about 40 foot long, 4,000 pounds.
Yeah, now
reeled it in with one hand, just grabbed it with my one finger and I lifted it up out of the water.
I bet.
What's the biggest fish you've caught?
A 39-inch northern pike.
Yeah, I caught a 40 foot long great white.
No. Alright, so 4 people on. How many? We've been going for 54 minutes. I don't know. I'll probably end the live stream
At an hour.
Yeah, probably at an hour.
I gotta charge my phone. It's at 48. 48%. I'm
just gonna end it now since there's only 4 people on. Can you stop?
Oh, are you talking?
Thank you guys for all the support, and thanks for tuning into the live stream. Don't forget to go check out All Outdoors and Adventures. He has some great videos.